Hello guys, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kitty and this is Kitty Crochets. Well, if you're new here, please don't leave here before subscribing. You can also leave your comment and a like as well if you like this video. Well, in today's tutorial we are going to look at how to make a crochet booty shirt. Yeah, and it's going to be double colored. We are going to need a measuring tape, and this is going to help us with measurements. And I'm going to use a 3.5mm hook. Well, for my yarn, I'm going to use robin. It is 100% acrylic. I'm going to use small yarn. Remember, this shirt is going to be double colored, so I'm going to use blue and yellow. Well, I'm going to be using 2 balls at once because this one ball has a small strand, so to make the strands a little bit stronger, I'll need to be using 2 strands at once. So let's start right away. We are going to start by measuring the hips of the person you're making for, and I'm going to make for a person with hips of 33 inches. Start with measuring the hips of the person you're making for. So I'm making for a person of 33 inches, and I'm going to make a chain that can real stretch up to 33 inches. So for a chain, we are going to start by making a slip knot, and for a slip knot, you bring your yarn, you rotate it around your finger like this. After that, you bring this out, so you get a hole like this. So you then bring your hook right in the middle here and pull this behind yarn. So this is a slip knot. So we are now going to start making the chains, and for a chain, you yarn over and then pull through, yarn over and pull through the loop you have on the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So this is how a chain is made, and I'm going to do this up to when it can stretch to 33 inches. After making the chain, you are going to come and slip knot. By slip knotting, I mean adding these 2 parts together. So you're going to come in the very first chain that you made right here, you bring your hook, and then you bring your hook right here in the middle and you yarn over, pull through both. After that, you're going to chain 1. So we are going to start by making our waistband, and for the waistband we are going to use a double crochet. So I'm going to come right here in the very first chain and we place there a double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, I come in this very first one, I yarn over, pull through, I remain with 3 loops on the hook, I yarn over, I pull through the first 2 loops, I again yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. So this is a double crochet. You come in the very next stitch here, you yarn over and pull through, you yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So I'm going to do this placing double crochets in each and every stitch. You yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the first 2. I'm going to do this and I'm going to come back when I'm right here in the last chain. Well, this is it and I'm at the end. So you make sure you place a half double crochet in this last one, this one. So I'm going to come and I place there a double crochet. Well, we are now to add these parts together. So you come in the on top of the very first half double crochet. Hope you can see it right here at the top, and you bring your hook, you pass through your hook at the top, you yarn over, pull through, and you also pull through in this loop. So this is slip stitching. So after that we are going to chain 1. After chaining 1, you turn your work. So we are going to make a waist where we are going to use the front and back post, and we are going to be using double crochets still, but when we are placing them, instead of placing them on top of each and every double crochet that we've made on the first line, we are going to be placing them using the front and back post. So we are going to start by the front post. You are going to yarn over, you come this very first double crochet, you bring your hook behind it like this, you yarn over and pull through, you pull it like behind the double crochet. So when you've pulled it, you remain with 3 loops on the hook, you yarn over, pull through the first 2, you again yarn over and pull through the last 2. So we are now going to do the back post. So for the back post, you bring your hook, right, you pass it behind for the next, this one is the next double crochet, this one. So you bring your hook behind like this and you pull this double crochet from behind, and that makes it a back post. So you yarn over and pull your yarn and pull through from behind, you remain with 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 and yarn over, pull through the last 2. So this one, the one facing you becomes the front post, and this one behind becomes the back post. So we are now going to do the front post. Remember, we are doing the front post and then the back post. We are now going to do the front post. So you come in the next double crochet, you pull it from in front, you bring your hook like pulling it like in front. So you yarn over and pull through like from in front of the double crochet. So yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. So let's now do the back post. For the back post, you bring your hook behind and pull the double crochet from behind. So you yarn over and pull through from behind, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. So you can now see this is the front post, back post, front post and back post. So we are now going to the front post. For the front post, you pull it from in front, you yarn over, pull through your yarn from in front, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So we are now going to do the back post. For the back post, you come, bring your hook from and pull this double crochet from behind, you yarn over, pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So I'm going to do this for our second line, and I'm going to do this all the way around our waistband. Remember, this is the waistband, and I'm going to come back when I'm right here. At the end, and my last one has been a back post. So I'm going to come on top of the first front post that I made and slip stitch to add them together. I'm going to come, I yarn over, I pull through and also pull through the loop I had on the hook. So after this, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. Well, so now you can easily see that this is the back post, this is the front post. You can now easily identify them. They can easily show the front post and back post. So where there is a front post, we are going to put there a front post, and where there is a back post, we are going to put there a back post. We are going to start by making a back post, since this first one is a back post. So I bring my hook, I pull this double crochet from behind, and I have 3 loops on the hook, I yarn over and pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So now we are going to do a front post. I hope you can see it. It really shows that it's a front post. Yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So that second one is a the next one is a back post. Come, pull it, make a double crochet. So I'm going to be doing this, and the third line is easier because now you can now really see that this is a front post and this is a back post. And remember, where there is a front post, we put there a front post, and for a back post we put there a back post. Sorry, we put there a back post. Well, I'm going to do this up to the end of this line, and I don't want my waistbands too big in most cases, so I feel this is enough. But in case you feel it's not enough for you, you can add on more lines, but I'm going to stop on this third line. Well, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to come back when I'm at the end of this third line, and we start with the body of our body short. I'm at the end of my third line, and I'm going to make the last double crochet, and it's going to be made in a front post. So I'm going to come, when I remain with 3 loops on the hook, I yarn over the first 2. So instead of yarning over and pulling through the last 2, at this point we are going to bring in another yarn. Remember, this short is going to be double colored, so you bring your pair. I forgot, we also need a pair of scissors, and this is going to be for cutting off the excess yarn. So you now get your second color, and I'm going to be using blue. You attach it like this, so you can now yarn over and pull through these last 2. I just wanted to show you how you can add another color. So you come and slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. So you come from behind, you pull through, and also pull through the loop you had on the hook. So I hope you can now see it. We now have another color. So after that, you are going to chain 1 and turn your work. So here we are now going to start with the body of our short, and we are going to be using a half double crochet. So we are going to come in this very first stitch, this one, we are going to place there our first half double crochet. You come, yarn over and pull through. When you remain with 3 loops on the hook, you yarn over and pull through the 3 loops on the hook. So you come in the very next stitch. Don't skip any stitch. Make sure that you don't skip any stitch. You come, yarn over, pull through, yarn over in the very next one. Don't skip any. Yarn over and pull through. Remain with 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through the 3. So this is a half double crochet. And yes, let me do this, placing half double crochets in each and every stitch, and I'm going to come back when I'm at the end of my first line. Well, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you can leave your comment as well in case of anything. You can also follow me on Instagram at Kitty Crochet. I'm at the end, and I'm going to come in the very first, on top of the very first half double crochet, and I slip stitch. After that, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. So it's going to be the same process of placing half double crochets in each and every stitch. Don't forget, after chaining 1 and turning your work, in this very first one, this one, you place there your half double crochet, and then you repeat the same process of placing half double crochets in each and every stitch. So normally, after making my waistband, I usually make 20 lines. Remember, this is a high waist, so I make 20 lines of half double crochets before adding the leg holes. So I'm also going to make 20 lines here, and remember, these are 2 colors. I'm going to make 5 lines of each color, and I'm going to first, this is blue, and I'm going to make 5 lines of blue, and then 5 lines of yellow, 5 lines of blue, and 5 lines of yellow. Don't forget, when you're adding your yarn, I showed it to you right here how to add yarn. So you use the same technique of adding yarn when, in case you're done with blue, use the same technique to add yellow, the one I showed you here. So I'm going to do this for 20 lines, and I'm going to come back after those 20 lines of half double crochets. I usually make 20 lines, whether it's a small or big person. Well, these are my 20 lines. So we are now going to make a chain that is going to separate our leg holes, and for a small and medium-sized person I make a chain of 10, but for a big person I make a chain of 15, but in most cases I make a chain of 10. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. You are going to count the number of stitches that you have all around like this. I have already counted mine, and I have a total of 103 stitches. So after making our chain of 10, I'm going to divide 103 by 2, and I'll get 51 and a half. So making one stitch, an extra one, so that one stitch, it's where I'm going to connect this chain from. So I'm going to count in that, I'm going to count, and in the 52nd stitch, it's where I'm going to connect it from, in that I have 51 stitches this side and 51 stitches this side. This right here is my 52nd stitch. If at all you have a stitch marker, you can use one. It's easier that way. So I'm going to come and slip stitch right here. So we are now going to start by making our leg holes. I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. Well, I prefer starting like from the middle, because it can tend to make a line, like there is that line, it tends to make like this line. I hope you can see it. So I prefer such a line being in the middle. So I'm going to slip stitch up to when I reach in the 5th stitch, and it's where I'm going to start from. So I'm going to come slip stitching. You can either cut off your yarn, any of the two. You can either come slip stitching up to when you reach the middle, or you can cut off the yarn and then come and start right away in the middle, whichever is easier for you. Here, so we are now going to place half double crochets the way we've been doing. I'm going to come in this very first one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 3. So I'm going to place half double crochets all around the leg hole. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave your comment in case of anything. And I kindly beg of you to subscribe to my channel to keep up with those new videos that I'm going to keep on uploading. And well, you can also follow me on Instagram, Kitty Crochets, KITTIE. I'm going to be very grateful. Yeah, so place half double crochets in each and every stitch. Don't skip any stitch. When you reach here where you added the chain to the stitches, you also place there a half double crochet. So you are going to do this all around the loophole, and let me come back when I've reached here. Well, here I am at the end of my first line, and I'm going to come in this very first half double crochet, and I slip stitch. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. After turning my work, I'm going to do the same thing of placing half double crochets in each and every stitch, starting by this very first stitch. Well, so I'm going to do this for a total of 5 lines. I'm going to do a total of 5 lines, and I'm going to make 5 lines this side, and I'm going to also come on this leg hole and also do the same thing that I've done this side, placing half double crochets in each and every stitch around. Make sure you start from the middle. So I'm going to come back when I'm done with doing both the leg holes. Well, this is it. I'm done with 5 lines of the leg holes. Hope you can see this. So now we are going to make a chain that we are going to put in our waistband to make it tighter. Since the waistband is yellow in color, I prefer using blue for our chain. I'm going to start by making a slip knot. You bring your yarn, rotate it around your little finger, and then you bring your hook right here in the middle. You pull the behind yarn, and yes, we have a slip knot already. So I'm going to start making a chain. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. I'm going to do this up to when I have a chain that can rotate around the waist. This is my chain. Well, this is going to be our front part, and this side that has this line can be the back part. So we are now going to put our chain in the waistband. So remember, our waistband is made of our front and back post, so we are also going to be putting it in that way, like front and back, like this. Yes, so this helps us tighten our waist. Yeah, so let me do this and I get back to you when I'm done putting the chain. Well, this is it. We are done putting our chain, and now we are almost done, and now we are going on the last part, that's putting the shells. Well, I'm done attaching my yellow yarn and I've already chained one, so I'm going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 4th stitch I'm going to place there 3 double crochets. This is 1. Hey, sorry about that. This is 1. These are 2. I don't know, but my hand is kind of disturbing. These are 2, and then the 3rd one. So after that I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2. Again, in the very same stitch I'm going to place there 3 double crochets. This is 1. This is the 2nd one, and then this is the 3rd one. Again, I'm going to count 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. In this 4th stitch I'm going to slip stitch, and this is a shell. So I'm going to do this again. After that I'm going to chain 1, and I count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this 4th one I place there 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. After I chain 2, 1, 2. After that I again place 3 double crochets in the same stitch. This is the 2nd one, and this is the 3rd one. So I again count 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. in the fourth one I come and slip stitch. So I'm going to do this all around. I'm going to come and slip stitch right in this very same stitch where I started from. In order to add the shells together, after that I'm going to chain one. So hope you can see that, hope you can see my shells. So I'm going to do the same thing on this other leg hole. Yeah, let me meet you after doing that. Yeah, finally this is how our crochet booty short looks like. Hope you've enjoyed that process of making it. Well, kindly give my video a thumbs up if at all you've liked this video, if at all you found it useful to you, and don't forget to leave your comment. In case of anything, just put your comment down there.